This is Kenneth Vance from Rooftop Videos. I'll be getting comments from people that wants to accuse me of saying, Kenneth, you're stretching this too far, you're trying too hard, you're trying to make the vodka jibs the mark. Alright, let's find out. We're going to go over buying and selling. I'm going to do this one more time. Put this out in the clear open to see and let us understand what John was trying to write. And I'm going to show you a couple examples. I'm going to prove this. Where we have been thinking of this the wrong way because people are trying to uphold Christian doctrine. And they'll fight tooth and nail to uphold Christian doctrine. You know, I had this clown of a boy, whatever it is, calls him whoever, end times warrior. Went and checked it out. Whoever this is believes in rapture. Yeah, right. Good luck with that one. You should have been gone already. Say, Kenneth, you're just a novice. If I'm a novice, what's negative 80 from a novice? That's you. I'm going to set this one straight. Buying and selling is the #1 excuse to explain away that the vodka jibs is the mark. Yet Revelation mentions buying and selling in reference to the mark only once. Why is that? What are people misconstruing? Do they not think that John saw the future? Yeah, he saw the future and wrote it in terms of his day. My previous video about the Palisades went over the mark. Now we're going to go over this buying and selling and set the record straight. It's time to come out of the old thinking. The know-it-all Christian carnal ego will refuse at all costs to accept the truth, and that is being in enmity, which means hostile or against Yahweh, while thinking it's right, and then their pride cements their false doctrine into place, and they go about condemning the teachers that are telling the truth. This carnal ego is in all of us, and we have to get rid of it. Now, we don't have time, end times warrior. If you're an end times warrior and you're getting raptured out of here, why do you call yourself that? You're not going to be here, right? You're going to be on the other side eating the bread of life. Yeah, good luck, because we're all stuck here. I'm getting out before anything bad happens, and the bad's already been here. People are making excuse after excuse, refusing to come out of the know-it-all ego and the old doctrine. That's what got the world into a mess and caused the biggest portion of churchianity to take the mark. He said it would happen. We've got people out there still thinking the falling away is yet to happen. Still thinking it's not happening yet. It's not time yet. I don't know how the Father views it from his point of view, but just myself, I know for decades the falling away has been taking place. The doctrines have been all screwed up from top to bottom. No two people can see eye to eye on anything. No matter what truth is being brought out, there's always a contradicting doctrine from churchianity or someone on the internet somewhere to bring disrepute to the truth when the facts are being brought out plain as day. I am sick of it. Enough is enough. For those with ears to hear, hear. Whoever you are on YouTube, I've said this before in my videos. If you're a subscriber, please go away. Don't come back. Why do you keep hanging around to stir up the pot with your hogwash? Get out. Don't come back. I don't want you. You're not wanted here. Get out. You're a troublemaker. Go to your little rapture. thinking prophecy is yet to be fulfilled, even as the king comes back in the clouds with all the angels. Well, I ain't buying or selling yet. He's going to say, you're done for. If that's what your attitude's going to be, fine. Enough is enough. I've dealt with enough of these eggheads out here. Not talking about all of you, talking about the certain ones out there who's out stirring up trouble. Same clamoring voices of confusion that doesn't get it straight. For those few of you out there, get out, don't come back. Straight and simple. Kicking you out. Now that I've gotten a little bit of retribution, let's find out what's going on. We all know the verse. This is the only verse that says buying and selling. Blah, 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 blah. Revelation 13, 15, blah, blah. Notice what he says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a mark. Causes all to receive. If we're to take that word all as people makes it out, that means even the righteous took the mark, because he says he causes all to take it. A-L-L, spelled all. He causes all. You, me, everybody. Even the 144,000 took the mark of the beast, according to church doctrine. But that's not the truth. When he says all, he's talking about all that did take it. And pushes on, causes, C-A-U-S-E-S, causes all to either take it or not. Which goes into the big word I'm going to get into right here. To receive a mark on the right hand or foreheads, that no one might buy or sell, save he who had the mark, blah, blah, or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That no one might buy or sell. M-I-G-H-T. Go back to that word all. The whole world, not all the world took it. So that doesn't mean everybody took it. So neither does he mean that all who didn't take the mark couldn't buy or sell. That's not what he's talking about. That's a church doctrine. Well, if you didn't take the mark, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. That's a pile of baloney from the get-go. That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about the lockdowns starting in 2020. He's describing a phase, and he only mentions the buying and selling in just that one verse. The mark's mentioned several other times, but not the buying and selling. Why might that be? Well, it did go away, didn't it? So if we apply the word might in the same word that all didn't take the mark, might means the same thing. Paul says, because he would not receive a love for the truth, I'll send a strong delusion so that they believe a lie, that they might be damned. Didn't say they all would. Some comes out. Hard as it is, but some do come out. He says might be damned because he got angry. The falling away has been happening for decades, and finally in 2020, let it happen. That they might be damned. This has already happened. We already know most was going to take it anyway. So what's the big surprise here? That they might be able to buy or sell. Let's take a look at the word might in the concordance. Means to be able or possible. How many's looking at this word? Be able, can do, or not. Might be possible, be of power. What took place? It's not what people are thinking. Well, once the mark comes, if you don't take it, then you can't buy or sell. That's not what he said. He's talking in general terms here. The lockdowns, have we forgotten? Just started 5 years ago. The lockdowns happened. The concerts were shut down. Even in basketball, football games, they had the games with no fans, and they weren't selling hot dogs and beer at the ballpark or at the football games. Just the players. Remember that? Most of the small businesses shut down. They let the essential businesses, the Targets and the Walmarts, they got to stay open. But the lockdowns happened for the first time in history worldwide. Never in all human history has the entire world been affected by a plague counterfeit as it was. The entire planet. And you want to tell me that is just a precursor? As some say, that's those holding the truth in contempt. Let them receive their reward then. They're not walking into the truth. The carnal ego was cementing their garbage into place. The lockdowns. Churches were shut down. People were told to stay home. Schools emptied. Computerized classes at school, right? Colleges shut down. Everything shut down for the most part. Just the essentials, the electric guy and whoever cheated. But for the most part, it was a worldwide lockdown where the buying and selling that normally took place was under constraint. How many are looking at the meanings of buy and sell? Sell means just a trade or barter, blah, blah, you know that. But notice what the word buy means in the concordance. To go to market. Lockdowns, you can't go to market and buy and sell like you used to. Lockdowns from the market, unless it's the essential. 6 foot social distancing and only so many people in the store at one time. We all went through it. The mask. Being watched everywhere. Redeem, purchase. The town square, meaning of buy. Place of public resort. A market or thoroughfare. Street. What took place? Shut down. People hunted down by the cops. I watched 2 people, that was in Albuquerque, just walking down the road. No criminals. You can tell they weren't. Just normal people. No mask. Here comes 3 cop cars. And arrest them, puts them in handcuffs because of no mask. And you want to tell me this is just a precursor and not prophetical when this took place around the world. Shut down. Everything changed. It was the lockdowns. That's the buying and selling. People want that no one might buy or sell as in normal, save he that took the mark. What he's saying is everything went a part of chaos everywhere. So everyone in this counterfeit plague as it was, the COVID, they wanted everything to get back to normal. So the only way out was for people to line up to take the jibs to get things back to normal, selling and buying, open up their businesses again, go back to churches which were shut down, the sports games, bars, theaters, you name it. They wanted the regular, normal life to get back to normal as it was before the lockdowns. So the only way is to everybody to get jibinated with the Palisade vodkas to return it back to what it was. That's all John is saying. We're misconstruing this. So if you get mad if you want to, but this is the fact. This happened over the last 5 years. It literally happened in front of our eyes, and people says it's just a precursor. How many people said it's a precursor, that it's not the mark yet, that took it and is awaiting their sentence? All because of the liars that never understood this word. He says, I'll send strong delusion that you might be damned. That's a huge part of the delusion. That most took it because they were told it's not here yet. And the same one saying the falling away hasn't occurred yet. It's not here yet because of buying and selling. It already happened. And because the majority took this mark, every economist agrees. I agree, I don't have to be an economist. The economy and living conditions have never gotten better. They've gotten so worse right now. Massive layoffs by the tens of thousands in every direction. Truckers, companies, entire factories wiped out over the last few weeks. The supply shortages because of China tariffs, nothing's gotten better. They can't afford rent. There's tent cities everywhere. It's slumville garbage everywhere. Because people took the mark, now look at the world economy. Now, how can they even buy and sell? They can't even afford it now. What good is it to enforce buying and selling once the world is blowing up anyway? It already took place. Now, they might have another round of a digital currency or whatnot, but that does not discount what's already taken place. That's definitely a round one. Maybe the final, I don't know. But that's definitely this. The lockdowns. 5 years of this. Inflation has never went down since. And that's not just the US, that's the entire planet. And people want to tell me it hasn't happened yet. Because of a misunderstanding of prophecy. It's not going to fly. People are damned because the truth was not taught. Church is saying it's not here yet. Internet teachers everywhere, it's not here yet. And you're leading people straight into damnation. I'm not doing so. I'm telling you, don't ever take any of these jibs, not even the flu jibs. No vodka jibs of any sort on any level. Polios, herpes, or whatever's out there. I don't know what all they got out there. Measles. Take nothing. Because they will put the 19 vodkas in these others as well, as they have been doing. Many have come forward and said that's exactly what they're doing. See, now it all calmed down because too many people woke up. No one trusts the government for the most part. So now they gotta just bankrupt us all, bring us into World War III, and finish up the job. They got the biggest part already done. Satan's dragged approximately 6 billion, estimated, if the figures are right, probably, down to hell with him. Already. And the judgments is happening around the world to confirm, along with the Palisades, California fire. He says, here it comes. That was the fire that told us about the lake of fire to come. He says, it's coming. You're on a judgment planet Earth, not just America. And all these teachers that are telling you it's not time yet, they're in trouble. I'm not going to be on that side. No. So if I'm hated, I'm hated. But I will tell the truth. This already took place. It was worldwide. People couldn't go to the markets where the buying and selling normally takes place. It's not always that. But the places of public resort, you fill in the blanks there, hotels, vacations, or whatever, thoroughfares, the streets, just normal. They wanted it to get back to normal life. So the only way is to do what the government says and the news media and everybody else is get the vodkas. And then life will get back to normal. Life hasn't gotten really back to normal, has it? Yeah, they don't make people wear the mask. But yet the inflation, the economic consequences, everything is still falling apart, isn't it? And it never has gotten better. It's continuously gotten worse, especially after Trump got into office. It accelerated. Got even worse. I put up kingdom orders months ago. A judgment upon MAGA, that's already here. Now maybe even the mega supporters are starting to turn on Trump. I knew that was going to happen. Curse on the economy. That was easy to see. Micah 4:1, birth of the kingdom, that is on the way. Only one that has not worked here is the anti-censorship. Resurrection of the axe, and persecutors will stumble. Persecutors are stumbling already, actually. And going back to what they did to Acts, that's on the way. And it begins with knowledge. It's coming out of the carnal ego. Every one of us are contaminated to some degree. The more lies we come out of now when Kingdom University opens up in the days ahead, the better off somebody's going to do. But first, we're suffering the contradictions of everything promised in Scripture. Where's all the blessings? Only thing I see is curses every day, like most. But it's not really curses for his true believers. He's bringing people to the full amount of travail, and then when they're finally primed and the clay is softened, it's ready for the maker's hand. So the more error we come out of, the better his followers will do when this move begins. And one of those is coming out of this buying and selling as the number one poster boy excuse to claim it hasn't happened yet, while telling people it's all right, it's not here yet, and they go and take it, and now they're damned. Yeah, that's a good job. That's a serious thing. I don't do that. Don't ever take those things. On any level, under no circumstance. Nothing the governments do is trustworthy. They're liars. Day in and day out. This already took place. That they might be able to return to the normal way outside of lockdowns, buying and selling. Save those that took the marks. In other words, saying that in order to get it back to the normal way, that they might return back to normal and overcome this fake pandemic, is to take a mark, save those who were foolish enough to take them. I'm sorry for those who did. I can't help that. But they wanted it to turn back to normal, and whatever it took, blah, 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 lined up. Church houses became distribution centers for the jibs. Boy, they're in a lot of trouble. Church houses, thousands of them. Remember T.D. Jakes took it? The billboard behind him, faith in the Vacas. The new Vaca gospel. Remember all that propaganda? And people bought right into it because they didn't understand this book here. They went by church doctrine because they would never receive the love for the truth, so he set the most into strong delusion that they might be damned, but others that they would repent of their deeds come out. So I'm saying some has to come out, but most in the strong delusion won't come out. He got sick and tired over these last few decades of waiting for people to wake up to the truth and stop arguing with the facts when presented. I gave you the meanings. That's what buying and selling is. It already happened. And now the result is economically happening worldwide. Everyone's in disastrous trouble. Because these took place. This world's under judgment. While everyone's waiting for an antichrist and the nuclear bombs to go off before they're convinced anything's happening, it's already been. There is no precursors. It's already here. Past history. This world's going down into its destruction. Sorry to say it, I don't enjoy it, but I have to say it like it is. It happened. Already. It was those last 5 years. How else could John describe it? He's just talking about buying and selling as the normal system of daily life. That's all he's talking about. Not this garbage that everyone who didn't take it could not buy or sell. That is not what he said. Neither do I see anywhere here that those who refuse to take that mark would be killed. He says those who would not worship the image of the beast, follow this beast system, would be killed. Doesn't say that about the mark. Read it in the next verse after that. Read it. Didn't say that either. That's church doctrine. That's old doctrine. It has to go. The buying and selling happened. Happened. And the damage is irreversible. Still to this day, 5 years later. And getting worse literally now, every 24-hour day. Literally. Not even trying to conjure anything up. I mean, it's just fact it's that bad. If you want to tell me it's yet to come. So there you have it. Simple as it can be. I mean, it's just right there. I'm looking right at it. It happened. It was a worldwide shutdown to control people, to cause them, trick them, hand lead them into taking the jib. But not all takes it. It says causes all to take it, but all is not going to take it. So we can't take that word all, meaning everybody. The righteous won't take it. Never will. So that word all is misapplied as well as the word might buy or sell. People forget about that word might, to be able or possible. That's what it means. To be able or possible. Be able. Can do or not. Can do or cannot do. Might be possible. Be of power. To get back to the normal way of doing things. That's all it means. And as long as people are still waiting for their Christianized version of prophecy to come to pass, more and more people are being damned because of it. And I'm making my stand against it. Not trying to lead people right directly into it, but out of it. I'm sorry I raised my voice a little bit in this one, but we don't have time for guessing games right now. This is not a guessing game. Do people actually want to gamble eternity on what Pastor so-and-so says, Internet teacher so-and-so, and people in the comment boxes like End Times Warrior that doesn't have a clue what's going on, waiting to get raptured out, when you ain't going nowhere? We're all stuck here through this one. Nobody's leaving. It's high time to come out of the rapture doctrine as well. That, by the way, is one of the main reasons they took the jibs, because they think they're getting raptured and they don't have to face up to the decision of yes or no. That too, that false doctrine, how many hundreds of millions are damned because of the rapture already? Maybe that ought to start sinking in. The rapture has damned hundreds of millions, maybe more, already. People that are walking are still living their lives, not realizing they're done for. And nothing can be done. I wish people could repent. So far I can't find anything. I'm still looking, just in case, to see if people can repent of taking the mark. But so far I cannot find it. But I still look just in case there's something that was missed. But so far, nothing's turning up. Now, I'm sorry about those who took it. I mean, everyone, everybody knows somebody who, a whole bunch more who knows, that took it. A foolish decision where the whole world puts its faith in the golden image of Baal, Vaka, which means cow. They put their faith in the golden calf at Mount Sinai. They put their faith in Baal, in Satan, the government, the white lab coats, the Palisade jibs, in a counterfeit, fake pandemic, and not 1 ounce of faith in the one who does have the power. No wonder his wrath is here. Now I'm going to go over the next one. Can people be deceived? I'm going to do this one more time. Can people be deceived into taking the mark? The answer is beyond the shadow of a doubt if we listen to what this book says, word for word. The answer is beyond the shadow of any doubt on any level, absolutely. And that is exactly what took place. The world was in the strong delusion, and he just threw his hands up in the air, I guess, around 2020 and says, fine. See ya. Take it then. You won't hear my truth. You people refuse to walk into it. You want to live any old way you want to. Fine. I'll let this world government do what it's been planning to do. I'll finally let them have their way. And that's what took place. Very sad.